Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see how we can develop mesh and nodal analysis for both AC and DC sources. First, we will deal with theoretical concept of mesh and nodal analysis. So first, Kirchhoff's law. So Kirchhoff's law is divided into two types. One is Kirchhoff's current law and Kirchhoff voltage law. So Kirchhoff current law states that the algebraic sum of current at node is 0. So this is our node. So here this I1 and I2 are the entering current and I3 and I4 as the leaving current. The algebraic sum of entering current is equal to algebraic sum of leaving current. So that I1 plus I2 is equal to I3 plus I4. This is our Kirchhoff current law. So next, Kirchhoff voltage law. The Kirchhoff's voltage law states that the algebraic sum of voltage in a closed path is 0. So sum of voltage is equal to 0. This is a closed path. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A is a closed path. Here the first assuming the current direction is always clockwise direction. So and then here minus 2 plus the rising potential, you consider this as a plus E1. Here plus 2 minus, there is a minus falling potential. So minus I into R1. So write the equation for this closed loop. So E1 minus I into R1 minus I into R2 minus I into R3 minus I into R4 plus E2 minus I into R5 is equal to 0. So combine the rising potential and the falling potential. So these two are rising potential and these 5s are falling potential. So these two are unequal. So that is called a Kirchhoff voltage law. So next, mesh analysis. So mesh is defined as a closed path which does not contain any other loop within it. These diagrams represents how to write the equations for voltage source and resistors which are used for solving the problems. So here figure A is V is equal to plus V. Here the B is V is equal to minus V because this is a that is a falling potential. The current direction is falling potential. Here this is a V is equal to I into R. So here this is V is equal to I minus I into R. Here this is a falling potential. Next, this problem, consider this as a DC supply. So find the mesh current using mesh analysis. This is our given circuit. In this circuit here, these two are current sources. So convert this current sources into voltage source. So how it is convert current source into voltage source means, so first to find the voltage, V is equal to I into R. So 5 into 3, 15 volts, you put it in the voltage source and replace the parallel resistors in series. So similar procedure for this one and all other elements are as it is. So first consider the loop current I1 and I2 in a clockwise direction. So first write applying the KVL for loop 1 and write the equation. So plus 15 minus 3 into I1 minus 2 into I1 minus 1 into I1 minus I2 is equal to 0. Combined I1 terms and I2 terms and name it as this as a equation number 1. So next applying the KVL at node 2, applying the KVL at loop 2. So write the equation. So here minus plus 2 minus 2 plus, that is the rising potential, so that plus 12 volt minus 3 into I2 minus 1 into I2, here plus 29 minus 1 into I2 minus I1 is equal to 0 and rearrange, combine I1 and I2, name it as this as a equation number 2. Solving these two equations using Cramer's rule. So what is Cramer's rule means? Write these two equation in matrix form, find the determinant and delta I1, delta I2. So what is delta I1 is nothing but replace the first column by this constant value and find the determinant of that matrix. Similarly, delta I2 is nothing but replace the second column by second column by column element by this constant value, and find the delta I2, and then I1 is nothing but delta I1 by delta, so that is a 4 ampere. I2 is equal to delta I2 by delta, that is 9 ampere. So this is a solution for your problem. Next one, this is an example problem for AC analysis. Determine the current through 1 ohm resistor. This 1 ohm resistor, the difference between I1 and I2 is nothing but the current flow through 1 ohm resistor. First consider the loop current I1 and I2. This is always in clockwise direction. Apply the KVL for loop 1. So first 10 into angle of 0 degree minus 2 into I1 minus of J2 I1 minus 1 into I1 minus I2 is equal to 0. Simplify this equation and rearrange and combine I1 and I2 terms. Name it as equation number 1. And similarly apply the KVL for equation the loop 2 and write the equation. So minus 3I2 minus of J15I2 minus J15I2 minus 1 into I2 minus I1 is equal to 0. Combine I1, I2 terms and rearrange, and finally we get the equation 2. So by solving these two equations using Cramer's rule, find I1 and I2, and then finally current through 1 ohms resistor, the difference between I1 and I2, that is 1.78 plus J 1.3 ampere. So this is a rectangular form. You convert into polar form because in a given circuit source is polar form. That's why we are converting into polar form, that is 2.2 angle of 36.14 amperes. Next, nodal analysis. A node is a meeting point of two or more elements. When more than two elements meet at a point, then the node is called as principal node. The nodal analysis is preferred when the circuit is excited by the current source and the voltage across various elements are unknown. It is based on the KCL. So this is an example problem for DC analysis. So find the current in each branch for a circuit shown in figure. Here this is our circuit. Here these three voltage sources are converted into current source first, and then apply KCL for nodes. So then first convert this voltage source into current source. So find first current I is equal to V by R, 50 by 5, that is equal to 10 ampere. So put it 10 ampere, and then you replace this series resistance into parallel. So that is equal to 5 ohms, and similarly you replace these two voltage source into current source, and 5 ohms resistors and 8 ohm resistors are in parallel, and 10 ohms and these 10 ohms are in parallel. Simplify this and then these two current source combine together. So the redraw the diagram again. So this is a 11.2 amperes. So 5 ohms and 8 ohm resistors are in parallel, means the equivalent resistance is 5 into 8 divided by 5 plus 8, that is 3.07 ohms. And these 10 ohm resistors or 10 ohm resistors are in parallel, so that 5 ohms, and here also 5 ohms, and then this current source is 0.5 ampere. Now apply the KCL at node V1. So write this 11.25 is the incoming current, these two are the outgoing current. So 11.25 is equal to V1 minus 0 divided by 3.07 plus V1 minus V2 divided by 5. This is a combine this V1 and V2 terms and rearrange and name it as this as a equation number 1. Applying the KCL for node V2. So the incoming current is 0.5, that is equal to V2 minus V1 by 5 plus V2 minus 0 divided by 5. So combined V1 and V2 terms and write the name it as this as equation number 2, and by solving these two equations by Cramer's rule, find delta 1, delta 2, and finally we get V1 and V2. So and then finally we find each current in each branches. So that I1 is equal to 50 minus V1 by 5, I2 is equal to V1 minus V2 by 5, I3 is equal to V1 minus 10 by 8, I4 is equal to V2 by 10, I5 is equal to V2 by 5 by 10. These are all the current flowing through each branch. Next, this is an example problem for AC analysis. Use nodal analysis method to find voltage of node Mn and the current through J2 ohm and minus J2 ohm reactance. So this first you convert these two voltage source into current source. Convert these two voltage source into current source. So you know already the procedure. The same procedure you have to follow for this one. So convert this one, and then this you applying the KCL at node M, here considering this as a V1, here this as a V2. So there is incoming current is 10 ampere. 10 is equal to V1 by 5 and V1 by plus J2 plus V1 minus V2 by 4, that is equal to equation number 1. Rearrange this equation, combine V1 and V2 terms and write the equation. So that this is equation number 1. At the node N, applying the KCL, write the equation. So V2 minus V1 by 4. So V2 by minus J2, V2 by 2 is equal to 25 angle of 90. So angle of 90 is nothing but J. So combined I1 and V1 and V2 terms and name it as this as a equation number 2. Then by solving these two equation in by using Cramer's rule, so find delta, delta 1, delta 2, V1 and V2. Finally, we find the current flowing through J2 and minus J2 ohm. So this is a solution for this problem. Next, thank you for watching this video. Please comment.